We're now going to look at my top 5 favourite foods to take us into that journey of well-being. And here we are at a local orchard close to where I live. Where I live used to be a massive fruit growing area actually. They had trees of all sorts, plums, medlars, pears. We live at Pear Tree Cottage. Put a couple of pears in. But my number one food is apples. Apples. And this tree here, this old orchard, it's almost a disused orchard, but this tree here has given us so much this year, so much. And I came here and I thought, I wonder if there's any apples left. It's early January. All of our trees now in our garden that we've planted have dropped their apples. And do you know what? There actually is. There actually is. Look at this here. Look at that, you see? Even in early January, apples have amazing benefits. So let's look at some of the benefits of apples. So some apples that are from that beautiful tree, but that we stored. We kept in storage here. Oh, they look amazing. So I picked these probably 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So I'm making an epic curry with some of my favourite foods today. So next one I want to talk about is coconuts. I don't know about you, but I'm nuts for coconuts. We lived in the tropics for some time, and coconut is by far the most useful plant. They build houses out of it and shelters out of the leaves, and the coconut, the flesh can be used for so many things. Here we got coconut oil. It's like a very good heat stable oil, real good source of fat. I'm going to put some of that in my curry. I just love coconut. But there's so many coconut products now. I mean, the coconut milk, the fresh coconut milk, and the flesh, you know, particularly if you're there in the tropics, it's just so absolutely amazing. But of course you can use coconuts in so many ways. Use the nutrients, the fats of it. So there's this coconut cheese here. Stick that in. And a coconut, look, coconut milk. I mean, really all it is just, you know, coconut water and water, you know, coconut milk and water. So many different coconut products though. Coconut cream. Oh, this is a good one. We'll put a bit of this in this food because this is it's like a condensed milk. So it's quite a sweet thing, a little sweet treat, why not? Oh, we're going to put that in there because this curry is going to be very spicy, but it's going to also be very sweet. So that coconut gives us the ability. Of course, you've got coconut sugar, coconut palm sugar. It's the sweetener that we use most of all. I've got coconut yogurt here. This has been one of my favourite products recently though. This is cold pressed coconut butter. Oh my god, that smells incredible. Can't do smell-o-vision here. The coconut fenny, the old you know, the old bobby they make from it, it's just so amazing. You know, they're discovering more and more things about coconut all the time. Certainly not local food to where I live now, but if I wanted to say one of my top 5 foods. Okay, let's look at the next one of my favourite foods. I think the top foods for well-being, journey into well-being, and it is hemp, cannabis sativa. Certainly in the temperate world, the most useful plant in the world, in the whole world. The seed, these are de-shelled hemp seeds. You can use these absolutely directly. It's a perfect balance of the omega-3, 6 and 9 essential fats, an amazing source of protein, high in fibre, mineral rich. What's not to like? Here we've got some of the hemp leaf. It's like a herb, well they call it a herb, don't they? Like a herb. It's really high in minerals. And of course the flowers have incredible phytonutrients, that's the nutrients from the sun, and of course more research is coming out about the benefits, the medicinal benefits of cannabis. Certainly as a something to make fibre out of. One of my hemp bags, I've had this for I don't know, about 15 years, look at that, from the gypsies that we were carrying our apples about in. You make amazing clothes out of hemp, of course rope. The sails of the ships that sailed the high seas were made of hemp, and the masters, old masters, painted on their canvas from cannabis using their hemp oils. We could have a whole system of fuel powered by hemp ethanol. Henry Ford did it in the 1930s, you know. It's a fuel, fibre, medicine. Wow, it's in some ways it's the my number one, but you know, and apples first because they're local and they're so amazing as well. But here we go. So the hemp seeds, you really want to heat this, so we're going to sprinkle this on the top of our, let's give that a stir, a little stir that, lovely, our curry that we're cooking today. But green foods are really the healing foods, okay? Let's turn that down a little bit. Green foods are the healing foods. They really are. So we're going to add that in there, and we'll put those hemp seeds on top. Segueing into the next food. The next food, and it is actually in this. We've got the hemp in the CBD, one of the cannabinoids. And we've also got chocolate. It is cacao. This is my next top food. Give that a stir. And the food of the gods, the Aztecs called it, didn't they? The cacao. And I'll tell you how easy it can be to access it, right? This is literally how easy it is. You get a teaspoon of that. That's Juliet's Kitchen Essential CBD. It has coconut nectar in it as well to sweeten it, a bit of stevia. There we go. I mean, it's delicious like that, as we were talking about that coconut, weren't we? Look at that. Now that is getting the power of cacao into your life in a simple way. Contains what they call the it's delicious. Contains what they call the bliss chemical, anandamide. It's high in magnesium, one of the most common deficiencies that people have, which is so important for us. I've got here the ceremonial cacao, the ceremonial grade cacao, and this is good stuff to have as well if you want to go on a bit of a journey. I'm just going to stir a bit of that in. You normally put it on a pan and heat it. Maybe I'll do that later. But I'll stir a bit of that in. Ooh, people have been praying whilst they're picking the beans of the cacao. Again, it's tropical. We used to live in the tropics, so we saw it growing and we'd eat it there. But one of nature's finest foods, healthiest foods. It's a tree. You know, they say money doesn't grow on trees. Well, this does. Cheers. Oh, and on a cold day, that's good. And my final top food, it is the humble dandelion. Just by Zachary's Toys here, and by the new raised bed, it will be planted out in the spring. Well, this is food, and this is medicine as well. Dandelion is a great herbal remedy. It's a great plant. It's very high in nutrients. I can give these a good wash when I go in and put them in the curry. Of course, the dandelion flower, we love putting those in salads and juicing them. And the roots, have great medicinal and nutritional value as well. You dig them up, and used to be used as a coffee substitute. But I'm basically, rather than going and getting some rocket or some spinach or something, I'm just going to pick this dandelion, and that's going to be a good source of protein, good source of nutrients for the curry. Well, all that's left now is to add some of those hemp seeds on top. Here we go. So we've got those, it's a mung bean curry. My word, that is so good. Coconut, the spices are so good for you. That fresh dandelion in there, just gone in there for a few minutes at the end. Fresh greens, we've got the hemp leaf in there. Now, if you want to learn more about, well, I've just spoken about 5 of my foods. This is the best book, in my opinion, ever written on superfoods and how to use them, by Juliette Bryant. Sadly, not in print, currently not in print, but you can get the ebook from juliettebryant.com, and it's well worth it, absolutely. If you want more detail about some of the foods and many others, I thoroughly recommend that. Cacao, or the CBD hot chocolate, absolutely amazing. And if you want to learn more about healthy foods, about well-being, then look out for myself and Juliette touring around the country in 2022, and also running workshops here. So look out for them. Keep an eye on the website World Healing Project. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'd like to know, what are your best 5 foods for the journey of well-being? Please put them in the comments below. Like and subscribe and share to the channel. God bless you all. Right, back into my food. Cheers. At the